Hello, I'm Amy. We just came back a 2-week holiday from Hong Kong, and I would like to share something about Hong Kong with you, and uh, and some difference between Hong Kong and China mainland. We had a great holiday. This time we didn't stay in a hotel. We lived at one of our friend's house. We lived with the local people, the local residents, and we had the opportunity to go to the local stores, markets, shopping center, parks, cinema. So we experienced the local people's life, but we also went hiking, went to the beach, went to the bustling shopping center, and we had lots of delicious food from lots of countries. And before we came back, we had a special experience, the typhoon. But believe me, it was not serious at all. If you watched the international news, you maybe knew the typhoon. I was deeply impressed by the relevant government updating the traffic conditions and the weather situation in real time, as well as the government's efficient operation of environmental and transportation restoration after the typhoon. If you want to travel to Asia or China, I highly recommend you come to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a crystal city with nice weather, proper temperature, and Hong Kong has a very beautiful nature environment with lots of hills and beaches. The people here are very polite, and Hong Kong is a very developed international city. In addition to the local residents, there are people from all over the world working and living here. And the traffic system here is highly developed. Every signs and the roads have very crystal directions, and most of them are used in English and Cantonese, Chinese. The catering industry is highly developed, and English using is very common here. So it doesn't matter where you come from, you will feel comfortable and convenient to travel here. But I still have to say, no place is perfect. Hong Kong is no exception. In Hong Kong, there are lots of high-rise buildings, but in some places, some buildings do look quite a bit old, and the Hong Kong price are very high. And also the average residence house and the hotel rooms are quite small. Every inch of the land in Hong Kong is very precious. So these two are maybe Hong Kong's drawbacks. I heard a joke. Only the rich people can feel the beauty of Hong Kong. If you have enough money, Hong Kong is perfect for you because you can enjoy the world-class service here. Hong Kong is part of China, and I have been to Hong Kong 15 years ago. I just stayed 2 days, so I didn't feel that much. So this time, our family went there together, had a 2-week holiday, and we lived with the residents there. So I felt lots, and I deeply felt the difference between Chinese mainland and Hong Kong, even though we are one country, because the social environment is quite different with mainland. So I felt I was in my country or I was in another country the same time. Weird feeling. So the next I will share the 10 difference I saw and I felt. The first one, language difference. In mainland, we all speak Mandarin, but as long as I entered Hong Kong, I felt big difference. First, I see the signs all in English and Cantonese, and the people around me are speaking Cantonese, and I don't understand. The 2 weeks there, most time I just use English in the store, in the restaurant, in the market, in the train station. I use English to communicate with them. It's no problem at all. Most of them can understand English and communicate with me very well. My husband joked with me, Amy, we are in your country. Why you speak English? I realized I didn't do this on purpose. It's just my subconscious behavior because I'm not sure the other person can understand Mandarin or not. And I just automatically speak English. And I have to say, English is really common in Hong Kong. In mainland China, there are not many English speakers like in Hong Kong. The second one, payment method. In mainland China, electronic payment is very popular and common, and cash is rarely used here. But when we were in Hong Kong, we found the cash is very common, and some places they even just accept cash, Hong Kong dollars. So we prepared some Hong Kong dollars, and when we got there, most time we use cash and a Visa card, and no need to be worried if you are out of Hong Kong dollars cash. The Visa card can directly withdraw Hong Kong dollars cash from the ATM. It is really convenient. And also, I must recommend the octopus card to you. When we got there, my friend took us to handle it. 3 of us, each one had one, and it doesn't matter where we go. In most places in Hong Kong, we can just use this card. We took the subway, the bus, and the ferries, and we went to the store, the restaurant. Most places they accept the octopus card. And if you are out of the money, you can find lots of places to recharge it. It is really convenient if you have one when you are in Hong Kong. The third one, traffic habits. In mainland China, the drivers drive on the right. In Hong Kong, the drivers drive on the left, like in the United Kingdom. And in mainland China, most people, like me, we use our own car and electric bicycle. But in Hong Kong, they have 3 main vehicles you can use: the subway, the bus, and the ferries. Hong Kong is small. The transportation system is highly developed. Generally, the residents there take the subways, the bus, and the ferries, can reach almost every place they need to. And when we were there, we tried, and almost every day we took 3 of them to travel in Hong Kong, it is really very convenient and efficient. The fourth, eating habit difference. In mainland China, like where I live, normally we just eat our local food and eating out. You don't have that many choice as well. Even the big cities in China, if you would like to have some authentic foreign food like Mexican food or Indian food, it is very hard to find one. But in Hong Kong, it is quite easy. It doesn't matter what kind of food you want to eat. I believe you can search and you will find one. The Hong Kong locals, they have a very light diet, but their ingredients are very rich and diverse. This is quite different with mainland China. The fifth, pace of life. In mainland China, most of people, they have 2 hours break for lunch and you even can have a nap. And generally, the people walking on the street are relatively slowly compared to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, most people only have 30 minutes for the lunch. So if it's lunchtime or maybe just the normal daytime, you can feel the people on the street are going, coming in a hurry. And I felt this by myself sometimes when I was walking there. And I felt the people around me were going to run, and I was pushed forward in the crowd. That's the pace of life in Hong Kong. The sixth, internet use. I have to say we have a great limitation of internet access in mainland. The people generally use WeChat and watch Douyin, TikTok. But in Hong Kong, you can use internet freely. You can use Google and use Facebook and watch YouTube. All these in mainland are not allowed. A VPN is required. Seventh, the people's social moral concept. Mainland is big and we have a big population, so the people's qualities are uneven. When you go out, you always can hear the people talk noisily or queue up, and they don't realize this is not a good behavior. In Hong Kong, the people consciously line up quietly and talk softly without affecting other people. And if someone accidentally bumped into you or just blocked the road by accident, they normally say sorry to you. This is rarely seen in mainland. The eighth, the smoking police. In mainland China, generally you can smoke on the road, and only a few places is not allowed to smoke. But in Hong Kong, it is quite different. The smoking control is really strict. In most places, you cannot smoke, but there has a kind of trash bin on the street. You can smoke there. So when we were there, when we were out, my husband was always looking for the trash bin which can smoke. And every time, we don't need to looking for. If we see lots of people smoking there, we know. Me and my daughter were very happy in those 2 weeks because we didn't need to worry about the second-hand smoke. The ninth, the environmental governance. I have to say, in mainland China, our government doesn't pay as much attention as the Hong Kong government does about the environment. such as daily water accumulation and garbage sorting and storage problems. In those 2 weeks, lots of places I have been in Hong Kong, I have seen the signs and the suggestions about the daily water management to prevent the mosquito breeding, and the garbage bin must be sealed. And all these are very strict. If you don't deal with it properly, you maybe get a fine 1,500 Hong Kong dollars. In mainland China, these are not strict requirements. The 10th, about the free drinking water. In mainland China, normally we can get the free drinking water at the train station and the airport. But in Hong Kong, free drinking water is available in lots of places. But I have to say, in Hong Kong on the street, it is very hard to find a public toilet. Most time you have to go to the shopping center to find one. But in mainland China, on the street, there is lots of public toilet. There are another 2 points I didn't really felt deeply, but I did see and understand some. First, the house situation. In mainland China, a normal family for 3 or 4 persons live in a 100 square meter house is normal in most places. But in Hong Kong, normally a family has to cram into a 30 square meter house. And this time we went to Hong Kong, we lived in my friend's a small apartment, all in one room, one toilet, and one small kitchen. I heard the house situation about Hong Kong, but when I got there, I still shocked. So in those 2 weeks, 3 of us live in a 23 square meter apartment. But my friend told me most normal people just live in such apartments, and even this kind of apartment, it was 5 million Hong Kong dollars. The second one, education system. In mainland China, everyone get 9 years free education, 6 years primary school and 3 years middle school. In Hong Kong, everyone can enjoy a 15 years education, 6 years primary school, 3 years middle school, 3 years high school. And in mainland China, the school focuses on the knowledge of the textbook and the test scores. In Hong Kong, the school encourage the students to think and express independently. This is quite different. In short, I have very good impression about Hong Kong, in addition to being distressed when spending money and my working need to speed up, and I have to make quick decisions while I'm cleaning up to order, or else the embarrassment time will come. That's all for today, and I hope one day you can come here to experience Hong Kong, the vibrant, the charming city by yourself. Have a good day. Bye bye.